Muringi, is this a reasonable demand to have both electronic and manual?
It is a reasonable demand, and it is not just a demand from nowhere. Yeah. It is a requirement of the law. If you look at Section 44A of the Elections Act, Regulation 69(1) of the Elections General Regulations, it is a requirement that IEBC must provide a complementary mechanism for identification of voters. And nobody can tell us that a complementary mechanism for KIEMS kit is another KIEMS kit. Just telling us that we have 3 backup KIEMS kit, that is a complementary mechanism. It is not a complementary mechanism. And what we believe in is, way back from 2017, IEBC had taken a position. It was out of these regulations that they made. They issued a memo in 2017 detailing how the manner in which identification of voters would be carried out, all the way to identification of those voters using the manual register. And they defended their position in court, saying that they had established a complementary mechanism, that was the manual identification of voters using that manual register. Coming closer home, 2-3 weeks ago, a contract was awarded for the printing of ballot papers. It included, and it is so clear, it included the printing of the register. So where will that register that is supposed to be printed go? It is supposed to be at each and every polling station. So what we are saying, it is a reasonable demand. Let us have, and nobody is saying that we do away with the electronic register, but let us have the electronic register alongside the manual register. It is very simple. Yeah, it is a practice that has been there.
But Murigi, would this be a ground for challenging the presidential election?
Yes, it is. Yeah. And if you look at in 2017, election is a process. An election being a process, it goes way back to the preparations of that election, to the day of the voting, and to the activities after that voting. And therefore, if there is any contravention, I remember there was a contention on the qualitative and the quantitative. It's not just about the numbers. It's also about the quality of the election. So if we have not complied with any of the express provisions, and I've said this, the IEBC must comply with Section 44A of the Elections Act. It also must comply with the Regulation 69(1) of the election regulations. So that would be a ground enough for purposes of the election being cancelled. Yeah. Yes.